everybody. What is it, Saturday morning? What? What's the matter now?
Afternoon.
It's afternoon. Just gone 12 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. Tracy's just come round. She's got little Emily with her. I've got Sharon here. Sharon's just done a deal. We just sold some clothing, which we've had an overstock of clothing. Again, we done it on Facebook. Hey? We done it on Facebook. We just put an advert out on Facebook. The young lady's just come round to pick it up. And as I say, that's just one way of selling stuff. That's what we do. We buy and sell stuff. Facebook, you can do that with. Anyway, what we got here? We've got Emily for the day. You might notice all this stuff.
Night.
Night. We've got Emily for the night. Hold on. Emily's staying with Grandad and Nanny today, aren't you, Emily?
Oh my God!
What have you done? Who was that?
That's on my labels. I thought they would have been safe giving her a drink.
Oh God! Look.
Idiot.
What's that? It's all falling apart. It's gone tits up. Look.
Pete, don't.
Hey, Mummy, sort that out, will you? Look. What's she doing, Tracy? Sharon?
All right.
Unbelievable. You can't put that down there like that.
Can't you? Look.
I can't wait for it to go now.
Oh, I'm dripping everywhere now. Look. Do you mean you can't wait for us to go?
Well, we're taking control, aren't we? We got Emily, me and Mummy.
Just put it on there.
Sorted, Sharon?
Oh, that girl.
Unbelievable.
Really
Yeah,
fun.
so we've got little Emily, haven't we, Emily? You've got little Emily. Now you can't touch the camera, Emily. Yeah. And what's Mummy
That's
doing?
what she says. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Where
they've got me.
are you going, Mummy?
We're going to York.
York. You and who?
Benji.
Benji, your husband, and why is that?
Husband. It's his 30th birthday treat.
Right, he's 30. That's what I'm saying. He's not a 20-something no more, is he?
No, he's not.
So he can't go to the club 18:30 anymore.
No.
Not that he goes anyway. But
Think on your own.
Yeah.
you couldn't have gone 20 years ago, Sharon.
I wouldn't have wanted to go to them sort of places. Thank you very much.
No, you got baby. You got me, ain't you?
I've got baby. Yeah, you are.
No.
You are.
What we've got, what we're going to say is,
We have
is that
babies.
this table before Tracy come was clear. Now look at it. Look, we've got all
Tracy's
sorts of
alive.
stuff. All sorts. Oh, hello, Emily.
Leave
You
that
can't
in
come,
that,
baby.
Tracy.
Barney's looking for the squirrel. Look, same old story. We got all sorts of stuff. Look, we got what we got here: nappies. We got clothes.
Wipes.
We got wipes. We got stuff in the bag. We've even got one of these, whatever that's for.
Bath seat when she has a bath.
Bath seat. Sorry, it sticks to things, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we've got all this clovery in here and the refinery.
Clovery.
Clovery, yeah, that's what I say it's called. So this table is clear. This is just for one night. We've got her tonight. Tracy and Ben's away from the night. No one's ever had an Emily overnight before, so we don't know how she's.
Oh, that's brave enough.
We don't know how she's going to perform. How does she at night, Mummy?
It's alright if I'm there,
Yeah, carry on.
but I can feed her. You two can't.
Right, she's on the jug feeding. That's what she's saying.
She's on bitty.
Bitty,
That works. I don't know
breastfeeding.
if that's a word.
She don't drink out of a bottle, will she?
No, she refuses bottles, beakers, cups,
So
everything.
if you ever see a film called,
Any ideas?
what's that film? Meet the Fockers. Is it Meet the Fockers? Right. Well, they've got a thing in there called the strap-on bosom, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they call it the Ferber method. So what happens if we can't feed her during the night then?
She goes on you.
Sure issue, I'm not here.
So anyway, so I say we've got Emily for tonight. It's the first night away from Mummy and Daddy. And how old is she now?
Coming up 9 months.
9 months.
She's tiny. isn't
9
she?
months? Are they supposed to be on the tip for 9 months?
You can be on it.
There was somebody on there for 6 years
years,
of
yeah,
age.
6 years? I'm not even that.
She has food as well.
Yeah, but you can't get your jugs out to a 6-year-old, surely.
She did this.
Oh
somebody
no,
else.
I'm on about M's.
No, sorry. She has food as well, but obviously, like, you wean them off it, like. But 6 years old? How can you have a kid at 6 years old do that, Sharon?
I wouldn't know if I've done it.
Hey?
It's not, well, I'm saying it's not right.
I can't
It's
imagine
mother's
you.
milk, isn't it?
With Jimmy hanging off your jugs.
He's 18 nearly.
No, when
He never rang off when he was a day old.
when he was 6, I can't imagine you that happening.
No.
I can't imagine sitting down watching the telly in the evening and Jimmy plugged onto you
Plugged on.
while we're watching the Blink EastEnders. How's that work? I can't imagine at 6 years old.
I think some do it older than 6, don't they?
I'm not having that, Sharon. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. So
You
anyway,
can understand expressing and putting it in a cup for them, but not
At
actually.
6 though, still
Yeah.
doing that for 6
Well,
years.
some people like these Mother Earth things think that's the best thing for them, isn't it?
Mother Earth, there you go.
Mother's milk. I'm mother.
Yeah, but they say after 6
They
years
have
it's
mother's
not
milk.
that.
And then
There's nothing special about
Tapping
it.
the table.
Oh, sorry.
she might just want to keep her figure, the mother.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that before in my life. Not at 6 years old, anyway.
I actually see it on Facebook.
You'll be
What
all
don't
right.
you see on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
You're going to be a good girl, aren't you, Ems? She'll
Yeah.
sip out of a cup.
She'll drink out of a cup. How about
See?
that? You put a bottle in her mouth and she won't touch it, will she?
Nope. Don't
Will
eat
ya?
Nothing.
Look, dummy nothing. So she gives,
Yeah.
so she gives us a dummy.
Yeah, she won't know. Anyway,
Well,
And she's not even like it is.
so
in
you're
desperate measures.
you're going shortly, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Tracy's
going in a
going
minute.
shortly. I'm left with Sharon. I'm left holding the baby.
I'm going out then, obviously.
No, we've just done a
I've
deal.
got my little
so,
deal, so I've got my little bit of cash to go out.
little deal we've just done there. So we had an overstock of clothing
I've seen enough
over
one
the
coming
Christmas
in a minute.
period. And we just sold it. 80 quid. Ladies come around, picked it up, and that's gone now. So we've got rid of loads of boxes. We had loads of boxes sitting in here. We don't really like that because we've start of a new year and we wanted to clear out. Called it a spring clean if you want. So all brand new stuff, but the lady's very happy with it. And she's asked if we get any more to give her a call. So that's how you make contacts. Facebook can be a handy thing. You know, if you meet people in and around the area where you live, that's where you can do your deals. You haven't got to build big businesses or big corporations. Don't talk to me about corporations. I've had enough of them.
Oh, don't start him off.
I was walking around the shop the other
don't
day.
start.
No, I'm telling the people about corporations and what people or youngsters think of corporations. We were walking around the shop the other day with a young 13-year-old lad, and he didn't know. He just says, "Oh look, Mum, that ain't got the brand name on it. I don't eat stuff without a brand name." But this is how they're teaching kids. This is how kids now think. We're in the 21st century, and if you look at kids now or youngsters now, they believe what they see on that big box in the telly in the corner of the room, which is a telly,
Might be
and that
more.
is where they hypnotise you. Woof, woof, woof. It's all wrong.
Oh.
Brand names, big corporations, big companies, absolutely terrible. I've got to tell you this one. This is about corporations and stuff like that. You'll love this. I was fuming, Sharon, wasn't I?
I don't know what you're going to say.
I know.
I got an appointment to go to the doctors
Oh
for a
my
blood
God.
test. No, listen. I got to tell them.
No, you have. It's ridiculous.
Went to the doctor. I had an appointment. Had a letter. So all the paperwork. They generate a letter. They'd send it out to you. Yes, got to have a blood test. What was it? 8:40, wasn't it?
No, 9:30.
9:30.
That's why he was late.
Listen. 9:30. Was it Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I've never ever.
Should have stuck to his instincts. Would have been an hour. Well, 25 hours early.
I've never ever been late to a doctor's appointment. And this is basically just a blood test with a nurse, basically. You go in there, you're in there however long it takes to get some blood out your arm and you're out the door. Anyway, cut a long story short. She was here again, weren't you? You was here. I think she was the catalyst that made me late. And because I looked at the book, I said to Sharon, I said, "What time's my appointment?" She said, "I don't know, it's in the book." And it was 9:30, and I noticed that the appointment was at 9:30. So I quickly jumped in the car, I've zoomed down there, I've walked in the doctor's surgery, our local doctor's surgery, and as I've walked in, young lady behind the counter, I said, "Oh Martin," yeah, knew my name, I didn't know the lady's name off the top of my head. She said, "Oh Martin, yeah, just take a seat." So she obviously knew I was coming, and as I sat down I said, "Oh, I think I'm a little bit late, a few minutes late."
Hang himself there.
Yeah, you
Hang
shouldn't have
yourself.
said
No, hold on, I ain't finished yet. I'm being honest, I'm being up front. I'm going to a doctor's surgery to get treatment. Yeah? So anyway, I sit down there. She says to me, she's got "Oh, you're quite a bit late, aren't you?" I said, "Well, in actual fact, I'm 8 minutes late." She said, "You'll have to rebook." I've sat there and I've looked around this doctor's surgery. There's nobody in there. There's one person, one chap, sitting opposite me.
So there was somebody in there.
Shut up, Shell, I'm telling the story. It's empty. Listen, it's empty. I said, look, there's no one here. She says, "Yes, but your appointment was for 9:30 and it's a 10-minute slot. You're 8 minutes into that, you've missed your window." She says, "That's the next chap sitting opposite you." This other chap was the one at 9:40. So why didn't she put him in at 9:30 when my slot was, because I wasn't there? And the place is totally empty. Anyway, with that, she's had to book my appointment or rebook it. We're at the start of the month now. It's had to be rescheduled for the end of the month. Because afterwards, what happens is you have a blood test, and then next week I was automatically booked in for the review. They call it a review. So that's gone cancelled. So I've had to go now on the 21st. What's the date today, Sharon?
10.
But this was about the 8th or 7th. 7th or 8th, whatever.
Yeah, 7th. I was
The
the 8th.
21st. Now, this is systems. This isn't blinking about. You go to the doctors. I've never ever been in this situation before, and this is the 21st century when human race and things are supposed to be progressing. And here we are now. I've had to move because of a system in place because no doubt that the doctor's got to have a certain amount of time with each people. It's all done on computer. You can't argue against the computer. Takes away common sense and integrity. Not integrity, what's the word? Intuition. Normally you go in, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. If you just hold on a couple of minutes, we'll get you in, not a problem. No, out the window, you got to rebook. 2 months, 2 weeks in advance, I've got to rebook, and then another appointment. What's that all about? This is the world we live in now. Anyway, I don't want to get on a negative now, but yeah, that really peeved me off. That this so-called 21st century world we live in, and the trouble is that us human beings, we go along with it. We let them do it to us. We let them. It's not the people in the doctor's surgery. It's not their fault. We implement the rules of society, and then we're confined to a little song. If you ever heard the song called "Little Boxes on the Hillside," little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes, little boxes. Little boxes all the same. There's a green one and the pink one and the blue one and the yellow one, and they all made out of Tracy and ticky tacky, and they all look just the same. Now you might think that's
like that,
eh?
And then you hum that to her. And do
What's that?
Like little boxes.
Yeah.
Little out. Listen to it. Now I taught Tracy that when she was a kid.
Jimmy loved that as a baby.
No, it wasn't.
It was Jimmy.
It was Jimmy. Sorry,
It was Jimmy. Thank you.
Anyway.
I'm the mother.
It was Jim Bob.
Listen to this. Now that's a kid's song. What we know as a kid's song. It's a political song. It's not a kid's song. It is a kid's song because it's little boxes of ticky tacky. And if you watch it on YouTube, I think a bloke sung it called Pete
Seegers.
Pete Seegers, yes. Hey, she even knows. I've drummed it into her. And it's about living your life, and you're put into little boxes and you're told what to do throughout your life. This is the system we live in. Go on YouTube and type in little boxes, watch the video. And it's not, although it's a nice little nursery rhyme, so to call it, a very important message behind it. Pete Seegers, who was big in the 60s and the 50s as an activist for humans, and talking about humans. But this world, what we've moved into now, I tell you what, I see it. I remember back in the 1970s. Now, do you remember the miners' strike back in the early 1970s in the UK? Well, the UK. Listen, eh?
Talk to Tracy.
Tracy's had to move out of shop because she's doing a bit of feeding with Emily. Anyway, back in the 70s in the UK, we had 3-day a week, lots of miners' strikes and stuff like that. And we used to sit in our living room. When it was so cold, we used to sit around a candle to keep warm. That's how cold it was in the early 1970s. Sit around a candle. The whole family sit around a candle to keep warm.
What did you do when it was really cold?
When it was really cold, we used to light it.
No! Don't laugh, it's not funny. You've
anyway.
done it for years.
No, anyway, that was a little joke, obviously.
That's not funny.
What I was going to say is I remember being a kid in the 70s, and like this was about that same time. Like this is real now. This is just how I was thinking back in the 70s as a 6, 7, 8 year old kid. And I remember thinking to myself, watching all these bleating miners' strikes and all that, and pay increases, people wanting more money, because this is what they're told we have to do in this system we live in. And I remember saying to myself, well, what happens if everyone gets pay rises every year? Where does it stop? Where does it end? And this is the trouble with this capitalist, money-orientated, time-monitored world we live in, is that it reaches a threshold. And the threshold, when it gets, you can't obviously pay someone and get an increase every year, because where does it end? You lose the true value of stuff. And it's all about what we want in the 21st century now. We're at that point of excess where everybody's exploiting everything right to the hilt, and what we need now is a big reset button like that. And unfortunately, the world's reset button is a bloody world war. And that's what the reset button is, that. It's and because it kills everything, drops everything, all the system back down to a bare minimum, and the systems start to build up. With all the technology we've got in this world, in this 21st century which we've got, the trouble of it is that it should be used to help people get better. It should be helped to ease the burdens of life. It should make people's lives easier. What's happened with technology is, in my opinion, is that it's got in the hands of people who are using it to make money out of other people. That's what's happened here. And then you've got corporations that run the world. Let's look at policing, for example. A police constable, when you watch the old carry-on films or the black and white films in the 70s, 60s and 50s, the old constable used to walk down the street whistling a tune, and if he sees someone doing something wrong, he'll blow a whistle, other people go, and people will run away because they know he's a police officer, he's the law. Now, you've got them sitting in vans, they're under plainclothes, looking to photograph you, to try and catch you at the speed, so that they can earn money, earn revenue, because every police station is a corporation. It is not there as a law body to make you feel safe and to protect you. It is there to generate money. It is a registered corporation. What am I doing talking about all this? I was turning into a rant, innit?
Turning into it, it is a rant.
Anyway, cut a long story short. That's
Happy
why
New Year.
I advocate what we do on our channel. We just mess about. Happy New Year, yeah. We play about on our channel. We get involved with life and
You've
people.
disturbed
And all
our
this
peace.
texting, what's that all about?
Calm down.
What's this texting like? And
You ain't gonna get nowhere like that.
look
are
at
you?
youngsters. Look at youngsters. They're like that.
Emily,
Even
yeah.
the adults. They're like that. You can ever sit on? You ever go on a train or a public transport?
No,
I
never.
haven't for a long time. I went on the train a few months back, didn't we, Sharon? We went down to London, was it?
Mm.
And everyone's stuck in. I want to look out the blinking window.
We did, didn't we?
I was sitting in the car yesterday with a
When I
young
was pregnant with George.
with a young lad, aren't we?
Can't be that long ago.
Sitting in the car yesterday with a young lad, and he's talking, he's jabbering away to us, young lad about a friend of ours, and he's only 13. He's jabbering away to us, and he's talking about stuff as he's thinking it. And I'm saying to him, why don't you just use that time to think before you talk? In other words, think what you're going to say before you say it. But he's into so much putting stuff into there and blah, 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 say what you when it comes out your fingers, so to speak. And this is where nine times out of 10 you see keyboard fighters on the internet. I'm doing it again, aren't I?
Yeah, can you
Keyboard
say goodbye?
fighters on the internet typing stuff in. We haven't got good command of the English language, and that the things that you write.
LOL.
LOL. Oh, that's another one, Sharon. LOL.
Stop
Have
it.
you ever seen? If you go on Facebook, listen to this one. You go on Facebook when someone's trying to have a go at someone, or write a snidey comment. Right? Listen to this. I've seen it many a time. They write a comment. If they don't agree with what that person said, they finish it off with LOL or a smiley face or put a few kisses. In other words, I don't agree with what you're saying and I don't like what you're saying, and I've had a go at your back, but I'll put a little LOL behind it, and that makes you think. But you know that because we're all wise to it. We're all wise to it, and then we do it back, and before you know it, you're not talking how you normally would be talking
Before
because
you
you've
know
got.
it, everyone's
Then
laughing out loud.
everyone else has come in. Everyone else has come in to agree or disagree with either one of you. Then it's a battle.
Can't get a word in with you.
What's that all about?
Say
What's that all
goodbye.
about? This is the 21st century.
Mark,
Eh?
say goodbye for Christ's sake.
I've
People
gotta
won't
go.
have survived this long.
I know, Emily. Yes, I've got to go.
Your granddad.
Your
my
future.
God.
Your future needs a reset button. Yeah, that's what it needs. Well, we're going to go now. Say bye-bye, Emily.
Emily, wait.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Say Talasha.
Bye.
Bye-bye then.
Train.
See you later.
You look training.
Pete Seeger's little boxes. LOL. LMAFO. That's another one, isn't it? LMAFO.
What was it?
Laugh, Mike.
Oh, stop, yeah.
I can't
Oh, well.
remember all these things.
Anyway, bye-bye. We've got to go. That was a little rant. I shouldn't have done that video, really. Should I put this up?
No.
Probably not.
I'm going to do it now because I've got to hear you say probably not, haven't I?
Bye then.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.